We're standing in a 400 square foot modular farm. We use hydroponic vertical growing technology to grow year round. Our farm is basically an oversized walking cooler that's set on a steel frame, 10 feet high, 10 feet wide by 40 feet long, and it lets us grow a little under 4,000 plants.
Stéphane Longtin operates Smart Green Sudbury, and he's taking a different approach to farming in Northern Ontario. He's growing vertically.
We had a terrible farming season this summer. Tons of rain, no sunlight, and so for us the advantage is that I'm growing year round. It doesn't matter what the weather is like outside. I know that this farm is going to stay at a nice 19 to 20 degrees Celsius. In Northern Ontario, that's huge. With only about 100 days of frost-free weather, you're kind of hard-pressed to have a go at it.
He and his family have been growing kale and sprouts in Chelmsford, Ontario, about 20 kilometers northwest of Sudbury, since April, and it's been a big hit at the local farmers market.
Our kale is unique. Hydroponic kale has a taste unlike outdoor kale. It's got a sweetness to it, and our customers, we didn't really start wanting to just farm kale, but for now the response has been so good that we're growing it and we're selling it out every week. The beauty of the peat moss is that it retains a lot of water. All our seeds are non-GMO organic certified seeds. They stay in our seedling station, which is kind of, most people would know, a little seedling trays. We start them off as babies for about 3 weeks, and after they're about 2 or 3 inches tall, we'll transfer them to our main irrigation system with the big lights. We'll plant it and it'll stay in the towers for about 3 or 4 months. We harvest on a week-to-week cycle. Our lights only emit blue and reds for the most part. We don't have any green spectrum because plants don't use green spectrum. So hydroponics is all about efficiency, delivering nutrients to the root system more efficiently. So our lights are designed for growing leafy greens, and they do that very well.
His farm has a few downsides, with hydro being the biggest. He runs his lights 18 hours a day and racks up about $800 a month in electricity bills. And the startup costs for a modular farm are north of $100,000.
We're just at the beginning of what I think is going to be an agricultural revolution. There's going to be leaps and bounds and improvements in the technology. I think traditional agriculture is going to be around forever, but you can't ignore that we're quickly depleting all of our good soil. We're quickly going to be depleting all of our fresh water. Even in Canada, that's going to be an issue in the near future.
Modular Farms was created in 2015, and the systems were designed for regions like Northern Canada, where food security continues to plague communities. But it also applies to Northern Ontario, where only a small fraction of food is locally grown.
96% of their food sources was imported. So Sudbury is only producing about 4% of their food locally. Sudbury's, if you go and drive around in our agricultural land, a lot of it is potato. So there is very little fresh greens being grown.
Thanks to this modular farm, Stéphane and his family can grow about 110 pounds of kale every week. The modular farm uses a fraction of the water a traditional farmer does to grow their crop. He can also manage the temperature, humidity, CO2 levels, and watering schedule from this control system.
The internet, I control everything on my phone, and it really allows me to dial in the farm.
Stéphane and his family already have plans of expanding. They're in talks of getting a second modular farm on their property.
My business model is on a week-to-week cycle. My harvesting schedule is on a week-to-week cycle. My life is on a week-to-week cycle.
Help TVO create a better world through the power of learning. Visit TVO.org and make a tax-deductible donation today.